Well, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. Once again, right here from Signature Esports. This is Jason with the DSR Whelen Modified Series right here at Bristol Speedway. The Thunderdome getting ready to heat up with these Modified Series vehicles in just a little bit. 125 laps brought to you by Innovox Solutions, of course, and always the main primary sponsor of everything Whelen Modified and the DSR series. Innovox Solutions is a developer and distributor of superior oxidative disinfecting solutions for use in both the home and workplace. Their goal over at Innovox is to provide products that quickly eliminate bacteria, viruses, mold, and mildew, odors, and allergens from environments that could be potential health threats without exposing users to harsh chemicals or harmful residues. To find out more about Innovox Solutions, go to innovoxsolutions.com, INNOVOX solutions.com. Qualifications just finished up right here. We are at Bristol Motor Speedway in Bristol, Tennessee, just on the border of Tennessee and Virginia. Of course, that's my name, Jason Followell. We are getting ready to start gridding. Every week is an exciting week with the DSR Whelen Modified Series, and of course, and always, we always start out with our starting grid, which our pole sitter is going to be Mitchell Drunowski in the 04. William Karp is going to start on that front row as well in the number 12. Work our way back in the grid. Eric Schaefer is going to start inside row 2 with Matt Lovett in the number 14 outside in that 4th position. Ruben Altisa, number 59, inside row 3 in the 5th position. Chris Indra, number 25, starting outside of Ruben. Patrick Moore, the number 38, in row 4, starting 7th position, with Sean Corcoran in the number 43, starting 8th. Outside row 4. Inside at row 5, Cody Cox, the number 54, and Corey Doss, the number 2. Rounding out your top 10 right there. Michael Newbraw, the 05, and Donald Wooten, the 16. Lines out row 6 for you as pace laps start. Rodney Matney, the number 13, is going to be inside row 7, starting 13th. Michael Newton in the 67 is going to be starting row 14th. Sorry, starting 14th in row 7. As things get ready to heat up right here in just a moment. Last qualifier is David Afazio, number 15, starting 15th position. As that is the look so far. Track information right here at Bristol. Half-mile track, 4 turns, 80-degree track temperature. And, of course, and always the weather in it. Virtual Bristol, Tennessee, 77 degrees. Wind direction of the north, 2 miles an hour. Partly cloudy skies as they're going to race under the lights right here. As you see the lineup right there, some mentions that we didn't get David DeFazio, but we got Curtis Granger out there and Scotty Zerk as well, the number 77 and the 68, lining out the back end of the field. How is everybody doing out there on this fine Thursday evening with the pace car off? We're going to see some racing, 125 laps to go. Green flag racing right here. Mitchell Danowski on the inside, Karp on the outside, and that's how things get underway. As you see them take off the Thunder down under at Bristol. Caution will come out early as this track is going to be hard to warm up, and then once it does, then it's going to start flowing really, really nicely. But patience is going to be the key right here. First caution out of the evening, and we will always take a look at where that comes from. We'll take a look at the session events. Waiting for the upload from the system to let me know what happened there. And of course, and always, we appreciate everything that you do. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning once again. Thank you, Zombie by Noon, for following. That's amazing. I like it. I like seeing the followers. Mark Harris, thank you for following us on Twitch. And if you've got anything to say out there, by all means, do it. I can see it as I am going. The only thing that I can't see is some of the other stuff that quite possibly I am working on being able to see while I race. So I appreciate everybody out there, of course, and always doing a great job of keeping us true to ourselves. 04 of Drunowski out front. The 12 of Carp still second place. The 3 of Schaefer is going to be sitting respectfully in that third place position when they restart. Matt Levitt 4th, and Ruben Altice is up to 5th place. Andretta Cox all the way on up. Looks like Curtis Granger is off the track on the pits. We've got Patrick Moore, Corey Doss on pit road. Donald Wooten as well. Michael Newbraw off as well. Great little evening that we're going to have right here at Bristol. It's a fast little track and kind of one of my favorites, so we will see what happens. Thank you, I appreciate that. 38 came across the nose of the 2. I do appreciate that. Sometimes it's a little slow for this thing to catch up over here. I occasionally get it done. But it is very early stages in the race, and we'll let iRacing do its thing. Thank you out there on Facebook. I appreciate that very much. There is the long look at the back stretch right here at Bristol as they enter turn 3. They are side by side. We're going to go back to green flag racing here in just a moment. Always remember to turn it up. It's going to get loud. Pace car is off. And the jump is on. 04 is out. Green, green, green as they are going. For Drunowski out front. The 12 of Carp right there, right behind. 3 of Schaefer working his way up as well. 14 doing a great job of Lovett to fall back in line. Side by side racing for 5th back there, as you see the 59 and the 25 of Andretta back there going at it for 5th place. See, .05 Newbraw about to be another lap down as lap traffic to be contended with early right here. Start seeing Elm shake up. 04 outside. You're going to run the high line right there with the 12 of Carp right behind. There is the 04 of Drunowski out front in front of the 12 with the 3 of Schaefer right behind him. Doing a great job to try to hold him off right there, but 1 through 5 right now very, very close, as the 04 doing a great job of keeping the pace out front. Never mind the relatives on your screen. It does keep accurate count of where everybody is at as they cross the start-finish line, so we're going to start seeing things start to shake out. Green flag racing as lap 14 is underway right here at Bristol Motor Speedway. These guys do a great job of keeping themselves in check, but most definitely some fine racing individuals as they continue to race around Bristol. Lap 16 underway with Drunowski out front. That battle back there for second, third, and fourth, though, is definitely starting to heat up as you see the 14 of Matt Lovett applying the pressure on the back bumper of the 3, and the 3 is all over the 12, trying to find a way around Carp. And 14 looks to be trying to make a move on the inside. Here's a look at what is going on right here as you see these guys continuing to try to make a move. Oh, and the 12 gets turned around to 3, try to go to the inside of him, and then 12 just goes and you saw it right there. Caution does come out, lap 18, 19 underway right here. Matt Lovett up to third place now as the 3 of Schaefer was up there. The 12 of Carp was running very well. The 3 just kind of got to the inside of him right there, and as they were going, the 12 got turned and bam, into the wall, and that is kind of what happened right there. As we'll go back. There's where the 12 was, and the 3 was on the inside of him right there, and it just turned him. And then everybody got collected, and it was just carnage everywhere. 54 got ran into right there as the 12 had a checkup to go around. 54 trying to find a way around. So great little replay for you right there. As we're going to take it back to live conditions. As you see, there is the number 12 of William Carp right there. Lap 22 to be completed under caution as he comes down pit road to get some repairs. 04 of Drunowski out front as the lucky dog of 68. Scotty Zerk going to get a free pass here in just a moment when they line back up. 14 laps is what they completed. Replay again. We could do that. Give me just a second. Let's just back it up for you. This will make it a little bit easier for you. There is what was going on there. As you see the 3 right there on the tail of the 12. The 3 comes in, tries to go to the inside. And the 12 scoots up. 3 gets into it. And then, nobody can see coming on the exit of the turn 2 or turn 4. So that's what happened there. You saw it. Hard racing incident, and unfortunate. There it is. Live conditions once again, as there is the 12 back out on the track. William Carp being scored a 1 lap down currently. Back up to our race leaders, the 4, 3, 14, 25, 59, top 5 right there. 4 getting a big jump on the restart right there as the 14 climbs to the inside of the 3 of Schaefer. Drunowski, Lovett, Schaefer, 1, 2, 3, as they come around to the front stretch to complete lap 25. Bristol Motor Speedway, 100 laps to go, as half-second lead is not much here at Bristol, but that's the lead Drunowski has over Lovett currently. As you see the gap right there. Ooh, someone gets turned. Caution does come out right in the middle of the turn back there. Unfortunate. It was hard to see who that was. So we'll just back it up a little bit right here. There's where they got turned in the back. But that was a separate incident than what happened right there. And that looked to be... Let's go back and take a look. It's going to be easier to do it that way. Sorry, folks. It normally would just click over to me. Now it's just not doing it for me. There is the turn right there. They come around to the front stretch. This was turn right here. As there it is right there. Let's go back and see who that was. There's the 54. There's the 38 on pit road. There's the 14 to Lovett. Let's find out where this guy is. That would have been, looks like the 13. Right there, getting turned up the hill just a little bit. And that's what causes that. Then a separate incident on the backstretch right there. So appreciate everybody out there being patient with that. Didn't give me any incidents. I had to actually just go back to the caution. So lap 31 completed under caution. As you see the 13 of Rodney Matney right there. He was the reason for the caution right there. And then a separate incident happened on the backstretch. As we'll catch back up with our leaders. Lights on the pace car should be going off here in just a second. As they're going to line up side by side, really nice and compact. The 4, 14, 3, 25, 59. That sounds about familiar, except for the 14 is up there on the top row next to the 04. Last time he was starting right behind the race leader on the restart. But now, things have changed. 9 cars on the lead lap. First car off the lead lap is Cody Cox, who is being scored 3 laps down. David Fazio is the last car on the lead lap in the number 15. Drunowski, Lovett, Schaefer, Andretta, Altice. That's your top 5 currently right now, as we're about to go green flag racing once again right here from Bristol, as it's going to be shaken up. 4 out front. Always a good jump on the restart. And that's kind of pretty common whenever that I've noticed with these guys. Whoa, 3 gets into the wall right there. Everybody having to check up, as the 4 is going to gain a huge lead. I don't know if he stayed off the wall. He did not stay off the wall right there, as that'll be easy to follow along with. Let's go back to what happened right there. That was the 3 coming up right here, and you see him get stuck to the wall and just kind of turned out in front of everybody, and then, whoa, Whoa, there was a lot of flying debris right there. That'll be kind of cool to watch. Let's bring it back around for the number 3. And that looked like the 43. Let's follow along with the 43. As, bam, up and over the 54. That was quite unique right there. Up and over the 54. Just launched up into the air off of the walls of Bristol. Thank goodness this is, artificial racing or esports or e-racing right here, because that would have hurt in real life. Sean Corcoran is that number 43, kind of got turned around and all that, and then launched over the rest of the field. Let's go back to live conditions. We're going to catch up as everybody's hitting pit road right now. Lap 36 being complete under caution. Currently, so far, 4 cautions for 18 laps of the 37, so almost half of our race taken care of by caution laps. But still a lot of racing still left to go as everybody gets used to each other and everything starts to get back into the swing of things. 04, 14, 59, 77, 25, 15, 3. All on the lead lap, and a 13. Rodney Matney on the lead lap right now as well on pit road. Sean Corcoran 1 lap down on pit road as well. Rodney Matney comes out of pits. Catch back up with the race leaders. There is the 04 Dranowski. And as things start to progress forward, we'll get in touch with one of these drivers. And we'll start to have a great time with them. So we're going to line up side by side here in just a little bit. Lights are going to go off on the pace car. We're going to go back to green flag racing, and they're going to try to make it stick right here at Bristol. Once they get the tires worn down and Bristol starts taking shape and starts getting some of that grip, which you can see that they're starting to lay down a little bit of rubber. As you see the tire tracks right there on the edge of the inside turn and a little bit on the outside turn. They'll start to hold a little bit better. It just takes a lot of patience. You see the tire tracks right there as everybody dives down. And we're going to go back to it once again at Bristol as the lights are off on the pace car. They're coming down to the backstretch. Dranowski, Lovett, Altice up there from 5th. That's 77 of Curtis Granger. And then he's up there in 4th. And then the 25 of Chris Andretta. But green flag racing is back because the 4 of Dranowski. It's a big jump. 04 out front. Lovett, Altice. 1, 2. A little bit of clinging going on there. I don't know what happened with that. Caution back out once again. We're going to find out what happened with that. So we were trying to catch up with our race leaders right there. There's the 67 up back there. Michael Newton. Pace car says, get going, buddy. Get going. Let's see. Let's see if we can back that up to see what happened, because I don't have a clue. So they went back to it. I thought I had heard something. Take a look at the blimp over there. Let's find out in the back right here. Maybe so. Oh, there it is. That's what happened right there. That's what we missed. That's what I missed, at least. That was the 16 of Donald Wooten getting turned around right there. There he is. Trying to force the 3 wide and then gets turned right there by the 68, and it just, oh, craziness gets going. Just a hard racing incident right there. Nothing big. It's okay. You don't need no stinking tires. We're going to get going again. Long way still left to go. We still have 2/3 of the race left to battle out right here. So with the way the cautions are working, if these guys get their machines worked on, they might be able to go again. So this might end up turning out to be a single file restart. But Dranowski is out front with Lovett and Altice. Let's see who we can. Someone that we don't get to talk to very often. We're going to bring him into the broadcast booth, sitting currently in the 3rd place position. Mr. Ruben Altice, buddy, you were back there for a little bit, and then you restarted 5th place a couple of laps ago, and now you found yourself up to 3rd, battling that 14, even though the restarts are coming hard. Tell us what's going on out there, and give the listeners a little bit of what's going on in your head.
It's kind of tough. You got that outside line gets you running off the corners. It's hard to beat him with that run off the corner.
Yeah, Ruben, we always see that you battle hard. I know that the cautions have come frequently here. I know you're getting ready to go back to green, but anyone you give a quick shout out to before you do?
Yeah, just Innovox and Corey for making this league, and y'all for broadcasting.
Absolutely. Good luck on the restart, and we'll let you be. That's Ruben Altice right there. We're going to put him back in the general chat so he can get to racing. Green, 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 says the 04, the 14 on the inside. 59 of Ruben Altice, who we were just talking to, on the inside of the line. 77 right there. 59 slides right up in front of the 77. Doing a great job of keeping it clean. As a 1-2, and then Ruben in 3rd place. The 77 of Curtis Granger doing a great job of leaving a little space as you see the sparks flying. We're going to ride around and let everything unfold. There is the 59 of Ruben. As the 04 has some company in the means. Yeah. Bad luck in the last 2 races is it's going to be okay. Everything will be fine, and there's always the next one. Long race schedule still left to be done. Off next week, I think we're at South Boston, so caution out once again right there. But the 04 having some company from the 14. If Matt Levitt was looking to make a pass on him as the pace car comes out. Everybody having a checkup. And we'll take a look at what happened right there. Ruben Altice holding a top 3 position. There's the 3 up there of Schaefer. Kind of blinking in and out right there. We'll take a look at what happened and see what happened with the caution. Caution was on lap 50, so let's back it up. Sorry, on lap 48. So when the caution waved, let's take a look and see if we can find out where it happened. Oh, there it is. I do believe that's where it happened. Right in front of the 54. So right there, it looks like in the 25 kind of area, the 77 gets turned around right there, slides up into the track, and that would be the reason for the caution. Alrighty, we're going to go back to it here in just a second. But speaking of people that they were giving thanks to, of course we always want to give thanks to the sponsors, but I want to give a special thank you to all the listeners out there, because without you guys, we wouldn't have anything to do. And we want to make sure that you guys are well entertained right here. Speaking of entertainment, I want to make sure that we mention with Signature Esports from the 26th through the 28th, we are holding a tournament. It's a $2,000 added NASCAR Cup. Well, it's the Signature E-Cup with the NASCAR Cup Series cars. 5 different tracks, double elimination bracket, 250 drivers max, as you see. Pace car right there. To find out more, you can go to Signature Esports on Facebook or go to www.signatureesports.com. And big old banner up there will tell you all about it. If you want to be a part of it, make sure that you like the event on Facebook and register for it as well. And sign-ups close on the 24th at the stroke of midnight on the East Coast. So, I'm sorry, on the West Coast. We'll do it at midnight on the West Coast, so that gives you until roughly about 4 a.m., 4 a.m. on the East Coast to get that taken care of for yourselves. There's lap traffic. Everybody's going to go side by side. 04 Dranowski. Love it up there as well. Trying to time his restarts with the 4. The 59 right behind the 4. The 25 in 4th place of Chris Andretta. And then Eric Schaefer doing a great job out there as well. Corey Knight, appreciate the follow, buddy. That's amazing. You guys are awesome as always. Green flag racing. The timing on the restart's a little bit better for the 14 as the 04 Dranowski doesn't get quite the jump he did on the last 2 restarts. And love it right on the tail of the 14. Actually going a little bit higher. Going to get a run right there on the exit of turn 4 into turn 1 coming to the front stretch. So you see that outer line is going to start working for these guys once they start laying down a little bit of rubber. And not the kind of rubber that you see squiggling all over the place down there. If you don't remember who I am, Jason with Signature Esports, right here with the DSR Whelen Modified Series. It's Bristol, baby. Corey's Whelen Modified Series getting shared out there. Appreciate all of that. As we are seeing everything take place. Now the 04 out with a comfortable lead, just about 2/10 of a second, almost 3/10 of a second over Lovett. And then Ruben Altice sitting there in the 3rd place position as well. Great things are happening right here as lap 60 is complete. 04 Janowski doing a heck of a job of keeping that lead out over Matt Lovett at number 14. 59 of Ruben Altice in 3rd. Eric Schaefer in the number 3. He is back up front. Sitting there in 4th place. Qualified 3rd. And then Chris Andretta in the number 25. He is out there as well. People diving low to stay out of the way of lap traffic right there. Everybody doing a great job. Now we're back underway where the laps are starting to count. Race summary so far, your race leader is now Matt Lovett as he went for the pass on the high side. I want to make sure I get back up there and show that happened. Lovett came out front and gained as I watched it out of the back corner of the racetrack there. Lovett took a pass on the high side. The 4 got a little bit loose. The 04 got a little bit loose. But he can make that position back. Matt Lovett, your race leader right now. Laps completed, 65. 6 cautions for 30 laps. So we are having the longest green flag run thus far currently your top 5. Love it, Dronowski, LT, Schaefer, and Granger, your top 5. Twitch is twitch.tv/JL follow. I'll put it in the stream right here. And we will make sure that you all see that right there. There we go. It's not popping up on YouTube, but I'm not mad about that, so not a big deal. YouTube's having some finicky things going on. Caution is out with Love It out front. And that is the way things go. I appreciate all you guys out there commenting. Make sure that you keep watching because things are going to have some fun. Caution comes out on lap 68 as they're going to take tires. We're going to go back and we're going to see what happened. Because now I'm curious. Like the monkey. Not sure what happened to trigger the caution on that one, guys. It's okay. Everybody's hitting pit road anyway, and we're going to go back to green flag racing here in just a minute. Didn't come up in the chat. Eric Spun, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Be the 3. Let's go back and we're going to take a look. Alrighty. And there it is. Absolutely right. Sometimes you guys see before I see it. That's amazing. Here's the number 3 getting turned around right there. Oh, yeah, it does. Triggered the caution. Well, if it didn't pop up in that feed, if it's not a shared one. No, he didn't hit anything. It was a good little spin. It's all right. Nothing happened. Just triggered a caution. It does happen. These things do happen. Yeah, they're over halfway over with the race, so things are going to get a little bit worn on those tires for sure. But with as many cautions they had, they've only really had a good. You had 2 blown motors. With as many cautions they had, they didn't really have any hard runs, so that last little bit is what they had going on there. So we're going to go back to the live conditions. You're inside the. You've got a better view than I have. You're inside the game. I'm above it, trying to look over it from everywhere. Let's get back up to our race leader, the 14 of Matt Lovett right there. But looks to be that things changed around. Granger, Newbra, Dronowski. Mr. Granger came out of pit road and took the lead. Whichever one that you are watching from, I appreciate you just watching. 77 out front, nice little lead right there as we go back to green. Lap 74 underway right here at Bristol Motor Speedway. The DSR Whelen Modified Series as Granger is out front, Newbra in the 05. Seem to be in second place, but Dronowski comes out of nowhere and passes him right there. 14 of Lovett right there. So some work for everybody to do, but Curtis Granger out front doing a great job of holding that outside line, or the inside line on the turn. These cars are super, super, super fast. I appreciate you helping out there. I really do. If you're watching on Facebook, you might be watching on one of the shared Facebook platforms. It showed up on the Signature Esports one, so it might not have shown up on the DSR. So either way, it's still there for you. It's J as JL follow as in J, the letter J, the letter L, and then follow FOLLOW twitch.tv/JL follow. That's the Twitch handle. That is where you can find that. It's soon to be changing, so if you find it right there for now, you'll be able to find me a little bit later. We have reached the point where I can now change the name to my business name, or to the actual esports business name. So it's going to be kind of crazy to start saying it that way, because it's so much easier to say twitch.tv/JL follow. Anyway, Chris Granger out front, 04 Janowski in second, Matt Levitt in third, as Levitt led a few laps there right before that caution came out. Long look of the lead the 77 has. Once you get that, if you can hold the lines, once you get that lead, it's kind of just gonna happen. We're gonna go back to Altice right there. He is running the high line over the 3 of Eric Schaefer, who spun out on that last caution, didn't hit anything, but did a great job. So hopefully this battle for 5th and 6th is really working itself, as Ruben is really holding that outside line. He was talking about it coming too when we were talking to him on the broadcast just a little while ago when he was up to 3rd. Pitts came out and changed everything. 25 of Chris Andretta up there in 4th place. Cody Cox moved all the way up to 7th place now, right behind these two right here, as Ruben Altice looks to follow in line. Everybody doing a great job out there. Rodney Matney in 8th. First car not on the lead lap, David DeFazio. Currently 2 laps down out of New York. Let's go back up to our race leader, who has a ginormous lead, almost 0.8 of a second out over them. But Matt Levitt just passed the 04 again of Drunowski. Right along with these guys, you're going to see how crazy it is. They want the real thing, Coca-Cola, the 14. Matt Levitt going outside of everybody. Ooh, getting a little loose right there. These things slide around like ice on a hot griddle. But a lot of fun to drive. If you guys have not driven in the iRacing simulator, you should. And if you're watching from the simulator, which I know some people are, then make sure that you give it a good go. Ooh, getting a little loose as Dranowski tries to go to the inside of Lovett, but just couldn't make it stick right there. Had an opportunity to make the pass on him. We're going to go back out to TV statics right here. All right, I'm going to shut up for a second, or I'm going to be quiet for a second. I'm going to be polite with that. Then be quiet for a second, and I'm going to let you guys listen to the sounds of iRacing.